The Enchanted Forest, a tale of wisdom and wonder. Once upon a time, in a serene village nestled in the embrace of rolling hills and lush green meadows, two sisters, Lily and Rose, lived a life that was a true testament to simplicity and wonder. It was a village that seemed untouched by the bustling world beyond, a place where time moved slowly and the rhythm of life was set by the rising and setting of the sun. As the first rays of dawn painted the sky in shades of pink and orange, Lily and Rose would often find themselves standing by the window, gazing at the world outside with a sense of quiet marvel. Their cottage, a charming little abode with walls made of warm, weathered wood and a thatched roof that seemed to merge seamlessly with the landscape, was a haven of tranquility. Inside, the air was always filled with the scent of freshly baked bread, and the sisters would spend their mornings baking, laughing, and sharing secrets. The kitchen was a place where the most delicious recipes were concocted, but it was also the laboratory of their sisterly bond, where love, trust, and understanding were the key ingredients. The village itself had a charm that could melt the heart of even the most cynical wanderer. The cobblestone streets wound their way through the heart of the community, lined with quaint little shops selling handmade crafts and artisanal goods. Friendly neighbors exchanged warm greetings and helped one another without hesitation. There was a sense of unity in the village, a feeling that everyone belonged to one big, happy family. Lily, the elder of the two sisters, was a vision of grace and gentleness. Her hair, a cascade of chestnut waves, framed her face like a halo, and her eyes were a reflection of the clear, tranquil waters of the village pond. She had a quiet wisdom about her, and her smile had the power to soothe the worries of those who sought her counsel. Rose, on the other hand, was the embodiment of liveliness and curiosity. Her hair was as bright as the sun itself, and her eyes sparkled with mischief. She was a child of wonder, always eager to explore the world around her. While Lily's wisdom grounded her, Rose's boundless energy lifted her spirits, and together they made a perfect duo. Their days were spent exploring the village and its surroundings. Sometimes they would venture into the woods that bordered the village, searching for wildflowers and herbs that Lily would later use in her concoctions. Other times, they would take long walks through the meadows, their laughter blending with the song of the birds. One of their favorite spots was a hidden grove deep within the woods, a place untouched by time, where the trees reached out to the sky in a solemn embrace. In the heart of this grove, there stood a magnificent oak tree, its massive branches forming a natural canopy. It was here that the sisters often sought refuge from the world, a place where they would share their dreams, hopes, and secrets. The village was not without its mysteries, and the most intriguing of them all was the story of the magical forest that lay on the outskirts. Legend had it that this forest was a place of enchantment, where ancient spirits roamed and secrets of the universe were whispered by the leaves of the ancient trees. The villagers spoke of glowing mushrooms, talking animals, and pathways that led to other worlds. One sunny morning, as Lily and Rose were strolling along the village's edge, the enchantment of the forest beckoned to them like a siren's call. The rustling leaves seemed to whisper promises of adventure, and the sisters found themselves irresistibly drawn toward the forest's edge. They exchanged a knowing glance, their curiosity getting the better of them, and ventured into the mystical woods. The forest was a realm of wonder and magic, where every tree had a story to tell, and every stone seemed to hide a secret. Shafts of golden sunlight pierced the dense canopy, illuminating the path before them. Birds of 1,000 colors perched on branches, and the air was filled with the sweet melody of their songs. The sisters felt as though they had stepped into a different world, one where the ordinary rules of life no longer applied. As they wandered deeper into the forest, they came across a clearing bathed in the soft light of the setting sun. In the center of this clearing stood a sight that took their breath away, a mushroom, unlike any they had ever seen before. Its cap shimmered with hues of gold, silver, and amethyst, and its stem was adorned with intricate patterns that seemed to shift and change like a kaleidoscope. Lily and Rose approached the mushroom with a sense of reverence. They marveled at its beauty, but it was Rose who could not resist the temptation. With a mischievous grin, she plucked a small piece of the mushroom and tasted it. The effects were instantaneous. Rose began to float in the air, her feet barely touching the ground. Lily gasped, watching in amazement as her sister hovered like an ethereal spirit. The mushroom had indeed bestowed upon Rose a magical power, but it was a power she couldn't control. Panic washed over her, and she struggled to descend. In their distress, the sisters heard the soft hooting of an owl. They looked up to find a wise old owl perched on a branch. The owl's eyes seemed to pierce through their very souls, and it spoke in a voice that was both ancient and gentle. It told them of the mushroom's magic and how it was tied to wisdom and self-control. Lily listened intently, absorbing the owl's words like a sponge. It was clear that the mushroom's magic was a reflection of the inner qualities of the person who partook of it. It responded to their desires and their innermost qualities, amplifying them in an unpredictable manner. Rose, who had been impulsive, found herself floating because she had acted without thinking. The owl's lesson was clear. The mushroom had mirrored her lack of self-control. Rose, regretful and wishing to return to her former self, was now willing to embrace the wisdom that the owl offered. The wise owl explained that reversing the mushroom's effects would require them to find a rare herb deep within the forest, a plant known for its powers of restoration. However, finding this herb was no easy task, for it was hidden in the heart of the mystical forest, guarded by creatures that tested the courage and wisdom of those who sought it. Determined to set things right, the sisters embarked on a quest that tested their patience and wisdom at every turn. They encountered talking animals, riddles, and challenges that pushed them to their limits. Through it all, they discovered that wisdom and patience were indeed the keys to unlocking the magic of life. As they finally stood before the rare herb, their bond as sisters had grown stronger than ever. They understood that life's enchantment was not found in fleeting moments of magic, but in the wisdom and love that we nurture within ourselves and share with those we hold dear. Returning to their village, Rose and Lily had transformed in more ways than one. They had not only reversed the mushroom's magic, but also become wiser, more patient, and more compassionate. The village celebrated their return, and their story became a legend passed down through the generations. In the end, the sisters left the magical forest behind,